the one thing that's I think intuitive is you actually need to understand sports. So what I tell people is like, first of all, you got to talk the talk. So if I'm seeing a football player and I'm like, what happened? And he said, yep, he's a wide receiver. He's like, yep, I was running this route, came across the middle, the safety came out of nowhere. Like if you don't understand what he's talking about, it's going to look a little silly where you're like, wait, hold on, what happened? You got hit, right? I mean, like you have to understand the sport to some extent. You have to understand that, like in a sport like football, different positions actually have different injury frequencies, right? So it's not just, oh, football, you have this, but it's like lineman injuries are different than wide receiver injuries. And when they return to sport, some positions can tolerate, like there are guys who, let's say they dislocate their shoulder and they have to go back on a shoulder brace. Some positions can do that very easily without a problem, and some cannot, right? So if you're a quarterback and it's your throwing arm, like you clearly wouldn't be able to do that with a shoulder brace on. But if you're a lineman and all you got to do is get your hands up and block, that's actually pretty easy to play in a shoulder brace. So to be an effective physician, you have to understand sports. And then what I tell people is something like diving, wrestling, rugby that are less well-known sports, they're not on TV as much. If you don't know it, show an interest and ask questions. So like you don't have to be an expert, but if you're there and you're just standing around, talk to the athletic trainer and be like, what's the deal? What is happening here? Like in rugby, like, all right, why was there a scrum there, but there that's not, and they're passing it? Why didn't they stop play there, but they said, so you need to either know the sport or make an effort to get to know the sport if you're going to be effective at taking care of those athletes.